Who that is?
What up,
That's just
though?
my baby daddy. That's just my baby daddy. T-Bird, that's just my baby daddy.
Really? That's where we're going with this?
I'm saying, you know.
I know.
I believe a congratulatory is an congratulatory speech crowning
Crying baby.
crowning.
Here to your new.
I see what you did.
bundle of
Toast,
joy.
yeah. A congratulatory toast
Yeah, there we go.
is due to Tony. We've got another little horseman to join the Wollie Mopped family.
Damn it!
Son of son of war.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. Son of War. There we go. I like that.
I'm an uncle again.
All right, episode 27, Wollie Mopped Gaming Podcast. The whole crew is here. We would have had our good friend Greg from WoomyCon here, but he had a little fire to put out. Literally,
Yeah, kind of like a Bethlehem bonfire almost.
We wouldn't call it really a fire, but he had to take care of
Flock of
exploding
Flock of flames.
material.
Flock of flames.
Taking care of fires.
So he had to go take care of that.
So Greg would have been here, but we'll probably get with him at the next one. Also, well, we'll tell you about it later. Will, what's going on? What you been playing? How you been, bro?
Doing pretty good. I borrowed Dying Light.
Dying Light. Yeah, we
Actually-
we actually were lukewarm on that game until we started watching it. And,
I got a chance to play it. I played all the way through the story
is it
and
as
everything.
pretty as it looked?
As pretty as it looked. It looks good. It looks really good.
It
It's
looks
a
like a
good
next gen
looking
game.
I wouldn't go that far.
Mm.
I wouldn't go that far. There's still a few things I'm going like, It still had a couple bugs and stuff like that.
Every new gen game does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
I mean, it is the first like week or two.
It had some bugs and stuff, which I was like, whatever.
Was it game breakers or was it just like little?
No, it's just little bugs. It's Dead Island. Like it's Dead Island, just with a with a different movement mechanic where you can basically.
But doesn't that switch the entire game up though? The movement,
not as much as you would think. Not as much as you would think.
They run stiff just like Dead Island.
They still
Really?
they still it's Dead Island. It's just like I can jump up things or I can climb up walls. I
was that day I got it back. I re-downloaded everything. It took forever though. I played First Light, loved it. Then I played GTA 5 because my friends are playing GTA 5 and they want to get their rank up, so I'm helping them get their rank up in GTA 5.
I've been debating whether I want to.
Are they doing
get
heist?
GTA
Are they doing
5
heist
again.
yet?
Heist
No,
don't come
no,
out
heist
until
don't
the
come
PC version comes out.
But I've been helping them out because they're lower level, and I've been training them with my character. And Will had a good taste of my character. Got his ass beat by my character.
Oh, fuck that
twice.
bitch. Big, tall bitch.
But doing what?
No, it's like they're really weak. They just started, so they just want.
Yeah, you can just go around and beat the shit out of them.
I know, but yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing that turned me off to GTA when I was playing it online. I was enjoying it, and then like I was like getting my guy like some clothes and stuff. I was in there. Somebody just came up and shot me in the face.
That's online mode.
I was like, but you could pay like some money just to like not get shot in the face.
Man, yeah. No, you basically just go and you go to passive mode. So
Yeah, but you got to pay a little money to go to passive mode.
No.
No.
When I was first, but they somebody switched it.
They introduced passive mode a little bit later.
Yeah, because I'm like, damn, I don't want. This is not Call of Duty. The fuck.
But yeah, for me, I've been playing GTA 5, getting their rank up, and just making them get.
Yeah,
better.
I like GTA 5.
That's how I got my kicks on GTA 5 was like piss somebody off, just like blah, 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 or whatever like that, and just start running and let them chase me around the city.
You shoot things in my car when I'm driving, like,
and then I drive away, and then you chase after me. I love being chased. I don't know what it is in games like that. It's just like I get thrill out of being chased. I'm surprised I'm not like that nigga that like steals shit just so the cops will chase after me. I was not that kid who came to. I was not that kid who. No. Kleptos is just steal shit. Like no, I love that thrill of the chase. I don't know what it is.
But yeah, for me, I just
want to stop getting shot in the face. I'm like, I just want to enjoy the city and do the little side shits and the races and shit like that. But nah, bitches want to shoot you in the face.
That's because people be some dicks on GTA.
Yeah, I'm like, but the heist things sound cool because like cooperation or whatever the case is. But like, I ever since I like the first week I played it, I was like, I don't like this. I'm gonna turn it off.
But
Not for
yeah,
me.
I was playing also First Light, which I think like First Light it should have been longer.
Yeah, I still got to do
It
it.
should have been longer.
I still got it.
It's
I mean,
so-
but
had one
it is
of
an
the
expansion pack, right?
Yeah.
of the game.
one of the
It's
guys
more
that
DLC.
that
Yeah.
I talk to regularly on Skype with. I was asking, he beat it, and I was like, so is it long? He's like, no. So my I got distracted with Dying Light. So first light, I'm probably instead of doing like an episode.
So it's
I was like, I'll just play like the first
I
little bit
will-
of it.
I will say
I'll
this,
probably
though.
just end up beating the entire thing.
It does describe Fetch's story.
Okay.
It makes it actually go. It makes it go. Once you go, it makes me want to go back and play Infamous Second Son again because
Dying Light story better than Infamous Second Son.
No. First
Infamous
light.
Second Son is better.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
way
Like no.
I'm saying, is First Light better than the story for Infamous Second Son?
No, but it's kind of hard. No, Delson's story a lot better, but it told Fetch's story a lot more.
I think where it's because it like retcons a lot of stuff
And it plus it runs-
explains,
and it basically-
explains stuff.
The thing that I mean, and like Infamous is one of those games I really wanted to play when I didn't have a PlayStation, and the fact that Cole isn't anywhere in Second Son is
died.
kind of like, did he?
He died in the second one.
If you want to
Yeah,
go,
you did.
if you want to go with the
If you go-
retcon,
If you
one,
go with that story,
well, the retcon one, the one that they're actually going with is he did die. So.
I was thinking
Yeah.
that
Spoiler
he would be-
alert! Spoiler alert!
I was thinking that he
Yeah.
would be like the bad guy in the game now.
No, we thought also to the third one, but it's like he did. But when you play the second one and you do the good side,
The
he,
the one thing that did bother me about the making the Infamous Second Son that they kind of like didn't really explain too much was spoiler alert. In the second Infamous, when you save everybody, supposedly the thing that he uses, I forgot what it was called, the
orb.
whatever it was called. Supposedly that was supposed to negate or like erase all the powers from everybody. That's what they made it seem like it was going to
Yeah.
be like all over the world. Like people were just going to lose their powers and turn back into a normal human and get like the infection out of them. And then in this one, it's like, oh no, there's still some conduits out there. I'm like, but like Cole literally like died
But then
to
they
like
couldn't-
save everything.
But there
Like,
couldn't be a part 3 then, so
Yeah.
they could have story it better. Yeah.
But I will say, but the reason why I like First Light because it actually goes into Second Son.
Okay. So Tony P,
What up?
do you love it when they call you Big Papa? What's been going on with you, man?
Well,
Have you been playing the games? What's going on?
well, this kind of been a crazy week. I actually got a call Sunday during the Super Bowl.
That was this week
When-
that we were recording this, isn't it?
My girl's friend called me and told me that she was in the hospital because she was having very bad contractions.
Like, okay,
So
when you say Super Bowl, like, what quarter was it?
like it was the beginning of the Super Bowl.
Oh,
But at the same time though, like the fact that I had got amped all day to get ready to watch the Super Bowl,
I mean, but it's-
and then my girl's friend called me and told me that my girl's in the hospital because her contractions were real bad.
Well, that's
like,
good. She knew not to call you.
I'm like, well, damn, you know what I'm saying? I was like, well, I guess I'm gonna have to watch the Super Bowl at the hospital.
Yeah,
I mean, granted, I didn't have to go because, I guess like her contractions didn't
Because she knew better
get,
than to call you while the Super Bowl was on.
her.
I'm gonna call him. No, don't fucking call him. He's watching the Super Bowl right now.
That's
her
right.
her contractions didn't get worse, so they let her go home. But needless to say, I would have watched the Super Bowl at the hospital if I had to go. But of course, y'all know what I've been playing. It ain't nothing new, and they've actually added.
Say it. You gotta say it for the
Yeah, so
Marvel
people-
Contest of Champions. If y'all motherfuckers ain't heard this by now, I
You're
don't know
gonna
what to tell
you're
you.
gonna have to say it every
It's
week.
not like
No,
they
I am
play
not.
it.
No,
It's
this
not
is
like
the
they can see us.
Yeah, but they don't know. They don't fucking know.
clearly, if I talk about it, y'all already know what I played.
We know, but
Hey,
They don't know it.
Yeah, there's some people who might be like listening to it the first
For
time,
the
like,
first
what the
time,
fuck is he
yeah.
playing?
Now, for those listening for the first time, Marvel Contest of Champions. For those that have listened to this podcast before, y'all already know I've been playing Marvel Contest of Champions.
we're gonna butcher
and for
every
Red
week.
K and Lone Wolf, y'all can kill yourselves slow. All right, how about that?
Is that an option in the game?
No. Anyway,
Slide your finger across the touchpad to kill yourself.
the cheat code.
Anyway, die. But nah, truth be told, they added some stuff on there. I guess it was like a big complaint that people were getting you know, repeat champions of each tier.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you're getting new characters, basically.
Well, the only new character that's been added on so far is Magic.
That character, basically.
Yeah. So what they did to rectify that, they gave each character a signature ability, but the only way you can unlock
like a special move.
Well, not so much a special move, but kind of a way to gain an advantage during the fight.
Okay.
But the only way
like a desperation move then.
Not desperation move because
I think
it like whatever their particular trait is, it boosts their trait.
I think okay. I think it's kind of like
instinct mode.
Yeah, kind of like an instinct mode. So the way to unlock it, if you don't have any the only way to unlock it is however many champions you have. Mm-hmm. If you get a crystal and you get a duplicate champion of that tier. Like, say I have a 3-tier. Like, I have a 3-tier Thor.
Don't brag about it.
I mean, I'm not bragging about it. I'm just throwing it out there.
That's right.
Yeah. So they had this contest where you could win a 3-tier Thor.
Oh, so you got on that?
I did that. I got it to where I ended up getting a 3-tier Thor and a crystal. But because I already had a 3-tier Thor, all it did was boost up my Thor a little bit and unlocked his.
They didn't fix the problem. They just made the problem good for you.
Yeah, like they made it beneficial because a lot of people, and me included, we would get the repeat champions of each tier, and it would almost like piss you off because of the fact that you couldn't seem to get any other hero. Yeah. Now, granted, if you already have like a lot, then it's gonna be kind of hard to really get somebody else. But if you got to keep getting the same one over and over and over, and you're not really getting anything to show for it, then at that point you're kind of like, what the hell? So they gave everybody a signature ability to unlock that gives them a boost, and it actually.
I mean, I gotta download the game to check it out.
And I'll put it like this during.
I probably won't be addicted as you are, but I gotta download.
Yeah,
it.
probably
not.
Not.
Sound like to me Destiny. How you always go to the crypt when everyone was
exactly how you got
the same thing.
It's basically not data mining. It's grinding.
Yeah, grinding, but you still get the same crap over and over.
Yeah. Now, granted, oh goodness.
Bungie.
Damn. Now, granted, it's a good thing for, like, say you have certain heroes that you go on quest with, because the more quests you go on, the higher up they go, the more difficult it is. So
is it really difficult?
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah. I mean, but I'm getting my 3-tier people boosted up. Yeah, like each quest I'm building.
Well, you're not slowly building them up. That's for sure.
Well, yeah, I'm not slowly doing it, but I'm getting it done.
I mean, as you putting in that thing, boy.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, it's all about the grind. You know what I'm saying?
Apparently, in life and in the game.
Yeah, pretty much.
One thing about your son, though.
And by grind, I mean.
Clearly, I know what you mean.
We will know that your son will be a gamer, definitely.
Yeah.
What if he's not?
Hey,
I'm gonna smack him.
What if he's like,
I'm not even gonna lie. Even I wouldn't know how to deal with it if my son were not a gamer. I still love him the same. I wouldn't.
All you gonna see is him wearing hipster glasses.
Tony gonna be a mean ass daddy, boy.
Yeah, right.
That ain't gonna be. Yeah. Hey, boy, come here, cause his voice. He already got that daddy voice. Hey, nigga, what you do? Go make up your bed. What your mama say? Your mama say? Tell your mama how good the food is. Your mama say.
I just know one thing. His son gonna be having hipster glasses, hipster clothes, playing with tablet.
Nah, I don't know about no hipster clothes. I'll say now the hipster clothes. We ain't going there now. Now you pushing it, Legacy.
We're gonna be in this kid's life. We can help shape and mold him.
Our little
scary.
Hey, for the standpoint of gaming, it's not scary at all. For the standpoint of other shit y'all are possible of, that's what's scary.
Oh, Tony gonna bring the kid to the to the podcast one day. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna be like, he's like, I gotta go to the store. I'm like, all right. So like.
Well, clearly I ain't leaving it with y'all bad niggas.
Why not? You gonna go to the store? Cause you gonna leave. You don't need the baby to go to the store.
Yeah.
No, because I don't trust. Hey, just because I don't know what y'all are capable of doing.
Wait, we all get 5 minutes. I'll be like, listen, little nigga. Okay, so with these bitches, right? What you gotta do?
See, case in point.
Wait, for me,
he ain't gonna know what I'm talking about.
I wouldn't do that.
Wait,
for
me. I gotta go. He gonna be at the house every day.
Yeah, there you go.
I can say
that's when you really gotta worry about right there.
Trust me. He's the main focus.
Willie be talking about some smart shit. I was talking about some pimp shit. John be talking about some money shit. We'll be all good.
I will admit this.
Everybody needs uncle.
Out of three of y'all, John will be the one I'm most worried about because of the fact that he knows.
I've been banned out of 2 cities. I blow stuff up for fun. I cause mischief in neighborhoods.
Hey. Case in point, this is why he's the one I'm worried about the most.
We ain't gotta worry about no.
I would just show him some cool cartoons and stuff like that. I'd be like, watch this. Hey, what's this? It's cartoon. Don't worry about it. Just watch it. And it's gonna be something crazy from Japan, tentacle porn and
Corpse Party,
or Bible Black or something like that. He's gonna be like, well, fucking show me. It's cartoons. Just don't worry about it. It's all good.
You gotta show him what's the Vampire D Hunter.
Yeah, Vampire Hunter.
That's
I'm gonna show him crazy. I'm gonna show him classics and stuff like that, and then I'm gonna show him. Definitely the classics.
Definitely Akira. I mean. That's kind of like your starter anime.
Gundam stuff. He's gonna know about Gundam.
This kid's gonna be fucked, Tony. Anyways, though,
he'll grow up into one of the most. What if he just denounces everything that we do? He's just like, fuck you bitches, and he becomes his own man. I would just be like, I respect you, kid.
Likewise.
Still can't whoop me.
And then that's where I come in and be like, but I can.
I mean, it's sad that your son is gonna be taller than me one day. Your son that was born.
Sad for you. Sad for you, not for me.
Stop standing over me, big ass nigga.
Hey. But if he's not, it might skip a generation.
Trust me.
Trust me. You seen his family.
Trust me. You just seen all our people.
Yeah,
you know good well it ain't skipping a generation for nothing. I
imagine Kevin Hartman with him. He's like.
Now the only thing that would be weird would be if he were taller than me. That would be the weird thing.
I will laugh.
Think about it. If he was taller than me, he'd be taller than you too.
But your girl got some height though. Your girl got some height.
Yeah.
So that's probably.
It's height with height.
Yeah.
Well, I've been playing Killer Instinct non-stop because it is.
Any new characters so far, or
of course I played Omen.
Okay. I just gotta make sure you play
Omen is a cheat.
Pretty much a cheat.
How bad we talking of when it comes to
on a scale of 1 to 10?
8.7.
God
damn, that bad?
I mean, he's not a game breaker. He has his things that you can get around, and you all know I play with Spinal, so
yeah.
Who is probably the second hardest character in the game player. Now, Omen's hard as fuck to play with. But he shoots.
I kind of got that feeling he's hard.
He shoots out fireballs, right? Yeah. And they do crazy. Okay, you shoot out fireballs, right? Right, and they just kind of circle around you and follow you, and some of them hit them, and it's like if you don't stop trying. That's why I leave those out on the table.
Hey, that's probably how that meth lab blew up.
For real.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm playing with
fire.
Don't do that, kid.
It's just I've just been in training mode. Basically, Omen is pretty cool though. He's got this one move that uses up all 3 bars. He can fire comes out of hell, I guess, and takes your entire bar away from you.
Yeah, that's the murdered instant murder hell.
It's basically a Raging Demon. Yeah, it's a Raging Demon, basically.
Instant murder hell.
Killer Instinct style.
Yeah.
Shun Goku Satsu. You Akuma now? What happened?
He's got some tricks. When I say tricks in the sense he uses fireballs to get in because you gotta block the fireballs, right? Cause if you don't block the fireballs, he's gonna get in.
Oh yeah.
But depending on how you block overheads, overheads or just hitting them with a low attack, and that starts the combo. And then from there it's all hell.
Yeah, I know he's got that. I've seen
the kicks. The kicks.
The kicks and the sliding kick.
Oh my gosh! Omen, he's crazy.
Wait, does Omen slide like
Jago?
Like Killer Frost does?
Jago doesn't slide. You mean Orchid?
Killer Frost can connect with some combos and stuff like that, but
yeah, I guess Orchid does slide.
Orchid slides. Yeah.
His slide is more like it
cross screen.
Yeah,
shit.
it's cross screen, and it seems like it
and there's usually some fireballs around him when he does it.
It can link into a combo like ridiculously easy.
Oh, ridiculous! And like well, I mean, Killer Instinct. I'm like learning more of the basics of Killer Instinct of like becoming. I've hit that mark where I am now no longer just a button masher. Like I don't think I ever was a button masher, but I'm actually understanding the mechanics of the game now.
Right.
And it is so deep, the mechanics of this game. Can't wait till the grappler character comes out and does all that. But we've been going too long this, so we're gonna get into the stories you should have heard about this week. All right, in the first story that you should have heard of, so Dead or Alive is still a thing. And the last iteration that came out on last gen consoles, it came out towards like the end of the console cycle, so it really wasn't like highly regarded or accepted, but it did have like a little ender and finisher type thing on it, similar to what like Tekken's trying to do now.
Yeah.
So if you didn't get it, you're in luck, maybe.
Well, we have to have you decide on this one because we're fucking confused.
Yeah. So they're coming out with Dead or Alive. Last round is going to have a bunch of new characters, even some characters from one of my favorite fighting games, Virtua Fighter. Like I got Jackie and a couple other characters going. Now, so here's where it gets tricky. It says that Dead or Alive Final Round's coming out on Xbox 360, Xbox One, PC, PS3, and yeah, Xbox heard me, and PS4. So, if you are lucky enough to own a PS4, you're going to be able to. Now, you're going to be able to buy the game as a brick and mortar store and as a digital copy. Here's where it gets kind of funny at. They're trying to make it as a pseudo free-to-play game similar to KI, but with none of the actual good things that are in KI.
I'm just confused.
None of the good things.
So I'm trying to understand like what they're really offering.
So I'm gonna let you read it to them after I explain kind of what they're saying. So they're saying that they're going to allow you to download, if you own a PS4, they're gonna allow you to download last round Dead or Alive for free if you are on the PS4, and you'll get 4 base characters for free and be able to play most of the game's modes. Now the other characters will be characters that you can buy. So you can buy those characters similar to Killer Instinct. Killer Instinct, you have a season pass, you can get all the characters when they come out. With this, I guess they're gonna have something very similar where you can buy certain characters and unlock certain parts of the game without buying the full package game. Now, it's kind of good, kind of bad, because all the characters are already out, so you have to pay for all these other characters that might cost more money than just buying the game, because I'm pretty sure there's like 20 some odd characters in the game.
Yeah.
Plus the 5 extra ones. You're only getting 4, but you're getting them for free. So that's pretty cool. On the Xbox One side, you'll be able to download a demo version, which is not a free-to-play version. It's a demo version of the game, right? For free. But in downloading that demo version of the game, you have to buy each character, each of the 4 base characters that they're giving you on PS4 for free. So you got to download a demo, which is not the full game. It's not even the free-to-play model. But in the demo, you have to buy.
It just seems so backwards. Like, here you go. You guys get like all this rich shit. You guys, on the other hand, fuck you niggas. Y'all gotta pay for all this shit.
And it's like, yeah, and if you want this free stuff, other free stuff, you gotta pay for it.
Yeah, like.
And if you're on PS4, you gotta pay for every single character, but you don't get. It's a free-to-play game, but you don't even get some of the modes. Now, in Killer Instinct, you get one character in that character switches every month, but you can play every part of the game with that one character. Yeah. They're not even letting you play like.
They're just like, here's something, like figure it out.
Like, what if you only get like Time Attack or some stupid shit like that?
That was just Time Attack.
No practice mode,
no story mode.
That was.
What if they give you the characters and they don't give you like the character list move because it's not part of the like you don't get the move list.
No.
They only give you online multiplayer.
That's bullshit.
Hey,
that was
all right, well, read what they actually have there on the site.
Players wanting a taste of what Dead or Alive 5 Last Round has to offer can play the main game content in Dead or Alive 5 Last Round Core Fighters free of charge. PlayStation 4 players will have access to the free-to-download version via the PlayStation. Every game mode will be available. Xbox One players will have access to a free trial version of Last Round via the Xbox Game Store, consisting of the same free-to-download fighters and features as noted above, but is not expandable via additional purchases.
So you can download a trial, right? Buy characters in that trial.
Yeah, like,
but you can't buy characters in the trial.
Xbox One users wanting an extended experience can purchase Dead or Alive 5 Last Round Core Fighter at the purchase discount price for the first 2 weeks after the game's release.
So what about the characters I just bought?
What if I know?
Yeah, buy those again.
The purchase Xbox One version of Core Fighters includes all of the contents as a free trial, but add 4 more fighters in the mix in Hitomi, Tina, Jan Lee, and Base. And is expandable from there via additional purchases. Like,
but it just told me it wasn't expandable in the trial.
I read this and I'm just like, that makes no sense. That makes no sense. Like that. Like, okay.
It's like it's expandable, but you got to pay for it.
You got to pay.
But you can't pay for it.
You can't. You
can't do it.
You get it free, but you don't get it free. You gotta pay for it, but don't worry about it. You gonna get the game when you pay for it, but it's free. Like, what?
You give up, but even you try.
Like, continue.
Tecmo. I think Tecmo hates Xbox.
Tecmo hates Xbox. I think it just seems
it's pretty confusing on PlayStation side too.
Yeah, it's confusing on both sides because you get the free game for PlayStation, but you have to buy the additional characters.
Yeah, that's
and you get
confusing.
A demo for the game, but you don't get the full demo. You have to buy the stuff for the demo.
And then, if you buy the stuff for the demo, you get a discount on buying the full game.
Yeah, like
the demo that runs out, the trial.
It's a trial. Not a demo. It's a trial.
So you have it for a little while.
I'm basically buying. That's essentially, I'm buying a game. I'm buying
a game that I can only play for about a week or so, and then
my god!
And then if I buy that game, then I can have a discount on buying the game again.
You know what it is? PlayStation Now. That is very similar to the original PlayStation Now.
Yeah, you're right.
Basically, I'm paying to rent a game that I can't keep, and you're not giving me full content for though. Like with PlayStation Now, I'm basically renting a full game.
Yeah.
This, I'm essentially renting part of a game. Like I'm renting the alpha version of Dead or Alive.
And to make it even worse, this game's already out on PS3 and Xbox 360.
Like this, I
don't get it.
I don't understand.
I'm done. Tony.
Yeah. I don't know how to put it in words.
I
mean, granted, I actually do play. Granted, I actually have played Dead or Alive. I haven't played it since 4, if I'm correct.
I think 3 was my last. 3 or 4 was my last.
Well, no, I know 4 was definitely my last one. I don't even think I played 3 now that we mentioned it.
I did play 3.
But you know what I'm saying? I actually like Dead or Alive, but I don't know about that. I don't know how that's really gonna.
As a company standpoint, I think they number one need to make this a lot more clear.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The fact they haven't made it clear is where it looks funny.
This is one of your marquee titles with your marquee character in it, and Ryu Hayabusa.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You want this to be a thing because fighting games are back this year, and you want this to be a thing. It's stupid.
Now, granted, do you think that Dead or Alive, if they were to definitively say what it is and what it's gonna be, do you think they could?
Huh? That's what that statement was.
Essentially, that's what.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, do you think? I mean, granted, I don't think it has the legs to really match up against the premier fighting games. Like,
I think it does.
I mean, I'll put it like this.
Okay,
if you get
MKX all right, Street Fighter.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Okay, all right, watch this. And this is just hypothetical. MKX, Street Fighter 5, Tekken 7, Dead or Alive. All those games come out.
Well, I didn't get to play a chance to play last round because I just passed on it. But I'm saying, like, I put MKX and I'll put Street Fighter in the same boat since they are 2D side-scrolling games. Well, 2D.5, I guess you could say. There's no, but last round Tekken, they're in the boat of 3D fighters.
Yeah.
So 3D fighters versus 2D fighters are kind of different. So I don't know. I have to play them both. I mean, I think it has a chance, especially when you add Virtua Fighter characters in the mix, because that Virtua Fighter fan base is huge in Japan and America. Not so much in America, of course, but as far as what they call quote unquote quotations bunny ears, true fighters go.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't get much hardcore than Tekken fucking Virtua Fighter.
Yeah, true.
But you know what though? I was a big fan back in the OG Xbox days. And back in the OG Xbox days, I played the shit out of some Dead or Alive.
Yeah, I mean, granted, you know what I'm saying, I never had the Xbox, but I do recall the times that we used to get on it.
Yeah.
I think the biggest Dead or Alive, the time I played the most Dead or Alive, that was the biggest I was into it.
Probably
was,
PlayStation 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to say I didn't even know they had. I didn't even know they had on PlayStation 2 until years ago.
The first DOA came out on PlayStation 2.
PlayStation 2, and I think the second one came out on PlayStation 2 as well. I did play the original Xbox. I was about to say Xbox One. The original
OG
Xbox. I did play that one too.
That was a really defined. It was a really tight game.
Oh yeah, this was the time when I was like still kind of like figuring out how to play fighting games. I'm still trying to figure out how to play fighting games. This is when I was like really like first really getting into
Jan Lee,
stuff like that. Like,
Jan Lee
was cool. I think I'm trying to remember who I thought really was like I like Ryu Hayabusa. I also like Ain and Hayate.
Yeah, Ain and Hayate.
Yeah, they were.
Hayate was like
the same.
Hayate was like the kin to Hayabusa's Ryu.
Yeah,
literally.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. So.
That was a time when Ninja Gaiden was like the biggest thing in the world. So
yeah.
But
I love Ninja Gaiden.
I hope they do get their act together because this shit is
confusing.
And the next story of things you should have heard about from this week. So that was my evil laugh, my evil Xbox laugh. Yeah. So I don't know if you know, but Sony, they make a lot of downloadable titles that are very, very
MMOs
and Resogun-ish type games. You know what I mean? Small indies. That's like their jam. They don't have that many they don't have that many core games out at the moment.
No.
You know what I mean? They're really just living off the independent gamer.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they just said fuck all that shit, and basically Sony Online, SOE Entertainment, which is the online version of their store, which does what's it? Craft. What's the game?
They have EverQuest, PlanetSide,
H1,
Z1, and DC Universe Online. Yeah,
DC Universe Online, which was not profitable until it went free to play, and now everybody's fucking playing DC. And I'm the hugest DC fan.
I bought DC Universe Online when it first came out. I bought the special edition for PS3.
It's different now though.
And,
it's way different now.
Oh yeah, I've been like wanting to kind of get into it, but I don't know how bad I want to get into it. I have like 5 or 6 characters on there. Within the first month, I had a Magic, Tech, and meta users. I had 3 different characters within a month, all max leveled at the level cap at that time. And I was like, there's nothing else for me to do. Yeah. And I had like a free month for it at the time because that was when they were still doing
they're coming out with expansions like every other month.
Oh yeah, like
for free.
Yeah.
There's so much free content in that game. But anyways, and it's free, and you can just get on. Well, you used to be able to get on there, but you can still get on there and download it. Mm-hmm. But what I'm saying is, I believe one of the head of because they're their own independent publisher now.
Yep.
They're not part of Sony, but they can still make games for Sony. They can make games for anybody.
Yeah.
And I believe, we all thought that they'll probably make games for Xbox. But then we were confirmed when the president of the company said, "I can't wait to make games for Xbox One."
they I think they're wanting to expand as a company outside of Sony Entertainment. Basically they were sold to a investment firm called Columbus Nova, and now they're able to make what they want to do, or do what they want to do right now. They're going under the name Daybreak Game Company now. And I'm really curious to see what they're going to do,
because they were working on something else that was supposed to be like
does Sony,
very Skyrim-ish.
Does
I was
Sony
hearing.
own the rights to that, or
no?
Do they own if they own the rights to that?
Sony, well, I guess what's the new gaming company called now? The new developer company?
Daybreak.
Daybreak owned all their properties. Sony didn't own any of that shit. this also includes what's the shooter game? That's like a free to play, massively online shooter.
It's not Warframe. It's
not Warframe. We already got Warframe.
Blacklight.
It was a big deal when it first came out.
I think Blacklight Retribution.
Retribution for the PS4. Yeah.
Not Blacklight's another game.
Another one.
What's another free to play shooter that's just Sony has that you can, and it's like a big open world map. I can't remember what it is.
I know Loadout just came out recently, but that's
not Blacklight. If I can remember that,
I said Loadout, but that's not one of it. Probably.
But in the meantime, like, what do you think this means for Sony? Like, do they just not care? I mean, I remember they were saying that it wasn't profitable, but
Bullet Run, was that it?
They were saying it wasn't profitable, but they came out and said that actually they were profitable. Like, it's not.
Oh, Killstrain. Is it called Killstrain?
Nah.
Or is it PlanetSide?
PlanetSide. There we go. The big one.
I said that one in the beginning.
PlanetSide. Yeah.
PlanetSide 2. Yeah.
Yeah, PlanetSide 2 is a big, massively open world, still growing game that millions of people are playing right now.
So,
it was one of the launch titles that PlayStation was kind of bragging about.
Yeah, my question is, what does this mean for Sony?
This is what I'm saying. Like, this company was profitable for Sony. It's not like
they've been making money for Sony since EverQuest, and EverQuest came out like.
Yeah, I mean, for a while they weren't profitable, but DC Online became profitable. You said the one we just said became profitable.
No, EverQuest was making money for years. Like, there are people who swore by
H1 Zombie.
H1Z1's getting
everybody's talking about that right now, and they own all the rights to these games. Like, why would Sony let that go when they don't have a lot of first party titles coming out right now?
What kind of sort of threw me for a loop is who they sold it to. They sold it to an investment firm. So. Are Sony hurting for money? Something.
Well, Sony is hurting for money. PlayStation is not hurting for money, but Sony as a company.
Sony as a company, like
they trying to find something to save them. I think they're going down.
And it's weird to see this happen because I mean, was it
especially now that they're winning the console battle, they're profiting at extreme. They're hitting Wii level sales in something that's more even expensive.
And Nintendo's still like, come on, you got to catch up, guys.
They're still trying to get out of the hole.
No, Nintendo's not even fucking caring anymore.
So
Nintendo doesn't care.
Yeah, I mean, of course, we it's obvious they don't care. I mean,
how's it win have they?
Yeah.
I mean, and we'll talk about that more later. But I'm saying, like, what does this mean for Sony? Like, really, like, as a Sony faithful loyalist, do you feel kind of like betrayed? I don't know, like they're not looking out for the gamers.
Do you want my honest opinion? I really don't care no more. I really don't. It's just piss poor bullshit.
Is it just business? Do you feel like it's just business as usual? Because Sony has the mindshare right now of being the company that cares about the gamers.
Right now, they're not doing that very much. So what's the fucking here?
What does the insert means? What's really going on behind the scenes? That's my question. I like, they're doing.
Like, you let that go, but you go out and you get a Street Fighter V exclusive.
Are we actually witnessing another Sega? Which Sega actually had big news also this week with
cutting everybody down.
They're basically focusing on mobile and PC games.
I'm gonna buy that too. I'm gonna buy. It's Sonic. I can't help it. I don't know if I'm gonna buy it. And it looks like regular Sonic. So.
Are we seeing like the beginning of them? Kind of, sort of. Not. I wouldn't say crumbling because they still have a lot.
But do they just not care about their properties anymore? Do they not care about exclusive? Do they not care about?
I would start
keeping.
I would start worrying about that when they start selling like
the Uncharted and everything.
Yeah, when they start selling like their real key, like letting Naughty Dog go.
Yeah, but do they just?
They already let Insomniac go, so.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Naughty. They still have Naughty Dogs and still have I think they still have other Santa Monica studio.
Sony Santa Monica,
yeah, studios.
God of War.
And God of War.
The God of War. Sony Santa Monica, yeah.
I mean, so
but like, as far as the company goes, do you think that the company is getting involved? Is the company hurting the gaming? Is Sony the company hurting Sony PlayStation?
That's actually a damn good question.
Like Sony has to come. Like, I think if PlayStation was to break off and be its own thing, they would.
Probably very well. They'd be doing it good.
But I'm saying Sony is a company just like Microsoft is a company, just like, Nintendo is its own thing. But like, is Sony the company poison? I feel like Sony the company is poison for Sony PlayStation. That division.
Well, at that point, then the question rises: what can you do to fix that? Because
sell off properties and to supplement monies in other parts of the company. I don't think Sony PlayStation is hurting for money, but I think Sony itself is supplementing some of their. And I will say that Sony Online Entertainment is kind of the bottom of the barrel when it comes to their exclusive. So by cutting off some low hanging fruit to help support the Sony Bios, the Sony Walkmans, the Sony, you know what I mean? Like, I think that
Bios, Walkmans, the TVs that aren't doing well,
the 3D, the whole 3D movement that didn't go anywhere. Yeah, I think, real talk, I think Microsoft Augment just shat all on Sony 3Ds.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's weird because it seemed like for the most part because Sony already had their foot in the door with a lot of technological equipment and hardware and stuff like that. They already had their foot in there. It just seems that even with all that, they try to take a lot of big steps, kind of like how Nintendo does with its it always goes back to Nintendo. They do their a lot of their. Like, they test things out for the most part. Like, Virtual Boy was just a big test. And then usually they come out with the Wii, and then the Wii does a lot more successful and stuff like that. I mean, with the 3DS with its friggin' crazy 3D screen and stuff like that. Like, it's like they test things out, people buy it, and then they see if it does well or doesn't do well.
And they just
Nintendo,
if it does bad, we'll keep it on the back burner.
Yeah, like, Sony, it seems like, has been trying to do that a little bit, but then it blows up in their face and they still try to back it a little bit. Like, that's what they have to kind of do. Like, it's our thing, so kind of gotta
stick to it. You can't abort ship right away.
Like, and I think Nintendo can afford to do it a little bit because they just focus mainly on gaming. They don't focus on everything.
That's our thing.
Yeah, like Sony on the other hand, they're stretched really thin.
Yeah.
So I mean, you have your different branches of the company, from gaming to like computers and whatnot.
Movie studio house getting hacked.
Maybe
maybe that hurt them.
Yeah.
I mean, they did lose a lot of money from the getting hacked, and they lost money on the movie, the interview. They lost money on that. They lost a lot of money on the whole hacking situation in general. Maybe Sony's movie house was looking to help them out.
Yep.
And it's bad.
This is interesting. Quite interesting.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, but you know what though? I can see a situation where like Microsoft helps Sony to. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to lose Sony or Microsoft or Nintendo. I want competition is good for, you know what I'm saying, everything.
Yeah, well, yeah, because we can't have somebody monopolize.
Exactly. But I don't want one system that does everything. I guess I do. In a perfect world, you want one system that does everything, but then you have the monopoly.
It makes sense. But yeah, then you would have like if
PC Master Race.
If it were a thing where we as a society, I guess, and I'm
had a free market to make what we wanted.
Yeah, free market. Yeah. Where it didn't really matter at that point. Then you can have people working together to make stuff.
The second there's one system for every game, there's gonna be crazy restrictions on what you can and cannot do.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm very interested to see what happens with Sony. Tony P, King Legacy. I mean, big Sony fanboys. What are your concerns about Sony giving up some of its prime time IP? Basically, they're only really big, like they got the corner market sold down on this. You know what I mean? Without bringing out their big guns, and we don't really know what Sony's planning for 2015. Not really. So, but giving up DC Online, giving up EverQuest, giving up PlanetSide, like what do you think that signals? Are they just trying to unfatten the belt and get some money under their belt, or could they really be in trouble?
For me, honestly, I think they're just trying to I think they're trying to do a publicity stunt by doing this, and somehow, somewhere, they pull a magic trick up their ass.
That's a big ass stunt when you sell a part of your company.
It's like a magician making a stray pube into a fucking flower bouquet.
That's like if Microsoft sold Blinks the cat or some shit. Like I mean not, but
they're so rare. If Microsoft sold Rare,
yeah, which I don't think is gonna happen.
They got death grips on Rare.
And Microsoft, I know a lot of people want them to sell Rare. You know, but if Microsoft sold Rare, that would be the equivalent of this, I believe. Yeah. Or if Microsoft sold like the team that makes Fable.
Ooh, yeah. I mean,
low hanging fruit to be sure, but still,
like
it is Microsoft. You know what I mean?
It's that's what I'm saying. It's like why? Like, what aren't they telling? Because there's a reason why. You don't just up and sell something like that.
Yeah. Tony P.
Yeah.
Thoughts, concerns.
Plead the fifth.
It's that Marvel. That Marvel guy.
Marvel took over his mind.
That Marvel got him.
Nah, I'm gonna say he's just such a Sony fanboy. He can't bear
the fact that
that his once proud company is
floundering.
Yeah.
Floundering.
He's like Ermac.
Alright, so Nintendo's fucking up.
Yep.
Who didn't see that coming?
Do you like YouTube?
Shit,
Do you like watching YouTube stuff from Nintendo?
What kind of YouTube stuff from Nintendo?
Like Nintendo games, like Smash Brothers from Nintendo.
Yeah, I do.
Maybe like Zelda, like Let's Plays.
Yeah, I do.
Well, Nintendo's ready to shit on all that once again. If this sounds very familiar, this was like one of our first episodes.
Yep.
Talking about how Nintendo's fucking up and how they fucking won't let us do shit on YouTube.
Eating glue in the corner.
Well, looks like we're gonna have that problem again. Can anybody take this? Cause I want to go to sleep while Nintendo fucks up.
Well, the article reads, last week Nintendo started a controversial program that lets YouTubers make money off any Nintendo-related video submitted for approval. The process was supposed to take 2 to 3 days, but today Nintendo announced that they're having trouble like convict, like Akon,
trouble.
keeping up with the demand. Who saw that coming? Anyone?
Anybody with fucking eyes?
Yeah, because there are people who want to stream. They want to stream.
So can you even videos and stuff? Can you even stream? Like right now, we're streaming YouTube. Like we're streaming Nintendo videos, but like we're not making money from it because we got to go through that whole partnership shit.
Yep.
So if this goes through, we're not going to be able to even stream without making money.
That's the question.
Sounds like it, but
again.
We'll have to. Well, I think the thing is we'll have to go through them, and I don't know whether the program is like
because this affects us directly.
It says what the thing is, which kind of explains a little bit. I'm guessing how the processing is for. Due to your enthusiasm for the program, we're receiving a higher volume of applications to register channels and videos than expected. It is taking longer than we anticipated to confirm the applications. We appreciate your patience as we work through them as quickly as possible. So I'm guessing that you don't have to register specifically videos per se. You can actually register an entire channel, which would be
the smart thing for us to do.
Yes, safe for us to do. But even so, it's like
we register the channel because Nintendo doesn't want people putting up videos and making money without them knowing about it, or
I'm still trying to figure out why do this, because it's like you're getting free.
I'm gonna switch to Daily Motion.
You're getting they're trying to do it with all their stuff.
Wow.
Like they're trying to wrangle all the stuff in. Which my thing is just, why are you trying to get rid of free publicity?
Yeah, why are you trying to regulate? I mean, I guess they don't want anybody saying anything bad about Nintendo.
What's there not bad to say? There's probably things already said about it that's bad.
I mean, but doing things like this just furthers what we're saying about them in the first place.
It's come to fruition.
My question is just, what is the deal with
the end game?
Like why are you basically telling your customer base fuck off?
Yeah, it's like
we want to share your work with the world. We want to share your products and stuff. Show like how cool they are. Like seeing some of these videos, I know has made people going like have been like, oh, I don't know if I want to buy this system because of I don't know about A, B, and C or whatnot. And they see a game and they're like, oh, well, fuck, I want to play this game and I want to buy it just from seeing people stream. And that works for not just Nintendo, for the big three all together, as well as like indie developers and stuff who make like little indie games and stuff like that for like PC or whatnot that aren't tied to a giant company.
Exactly. I mean, like, and Nintendo knew they were going to do this. They knew they were going to bring this back out.
Yeah.
I mean, they just wanted. They're fucking smart.
They
wanted to wait till Smash Brothers was out, wait till they get all this free publicity, and then fuck us.
And here's more detail of what the website has said. Please note that we are not able to register channels and videos that are not in line with our terms and services. Videos. We are only able to register videos that contain game titles specified on the list of supported games. Channels. We are only able to register channels that contain game titles specified on the list of supported games.
So they actually have a list of games that
you can't play.
That you can't play. Like, what?
And listen to this. This is in bold and italicized. If a video within your channel contains game titles outside of the list of supported games, please remove it from the channel before registering.
Okay.
If you are able to remove the video from your channel, please register each video that contains game titles on a list of supported games individually.
They have a pretty long list. For the U.S. release titles for the Wii U, you got Game & Wario, which I'm not really thinking.
Yeah, not really. Yeah.
Super Luigi U, I can see that. Super Mario Brothers U, Nintendo Land, Wii Fit U, Super Mario 3D World. They got quite a few games there on here, but it's a very small list for the release titles. Even smaller list for downloadable software. And that's just for the Wii U. I'm not talking about like the other systems, like the 3DS and so on.
So do we need to register with Nintendo?
But the way it sounds, we need to.
If we're wanting to post the like Super Smash isn't even on this list.
And that's
Super Smash is not on the list for the Wii U.
Whoa. So hypothetically, Nintendo could come up and just block all our. YouTube eventually is going to just block everything that we already have.
Yeah.
Because it now conflicts with Nintendo rights.
I think
Yeah.
This is hell.
This is like the beginning of 2014 all over again, man.
It doesn't make any sense whatsoever when they know that they make money off. Like, okay, Nintendo's a Japanese company, and a lot of their stuff. I'm thinking this comes
why
from.
do they purposely?
I'm thinking this
make
comes
their
from
fans mad at them.
I think this is coming from the Japanese side. I don't know how big streaming and recording like game footage and stuff is over in Japan.
Yeah.
So maybe over there it's not that big of a deal. And I guess they're trying to quote unquote, and you can quote me on this quote unquote, meet the gamers halfway. Being like, well, we don't really want you playing the game, but since you guys playing the game and you're loyal customers, here you go.
Look what I just fucking read. So, this is Mr. Miyamoto to Patricia. Mr. Miyamoto, then Zelda Mario fame.
Mm-hmm. Shigeru Miyamoto.
I guess answering the question from Patricia Hernandez. Quote: if you had thousands of videos and wanted to register your whole channel, but had even one video about a PS4 game, that would be breaking Nintendo's TOS for channel registration.
Wow.
Dang.
It's pretty funny that they expect multi-console channels to just delete all of their content from non-Nintendo systems. And she goes on to say, I'm not aware of many of them that would be willing to do that, or even take the take a huge amount of time that they're required to remove all that shit. And so basically, they want the Nintendo channels to be
exclusively Nintendo channels. That's what you have a Nintendo YouTube for your own content. I mean,
whoa!
They literally want to monopolize.
Yeah.
The industry, I guess.
My question is to you guys: do you think this is actually a good business move?
No.
For them.
For what? Huh. When thinking from a company standpoint, it's probably a smart move because you don't want the competition.
Yeah.
When it comes to looking at it from the outside of that, I don't know if they're thinking about how much money they're going to be effectively lose from
I think it's a good idea from a standpoint that doesn't deal with fighting games.
Okay.
In the sense that when you go to a YouTube channel and it's a fighting game channel, and you know what you're looking for. You're looking for fighting games. You're trying to get your combos right. You're trying to see what these guys doing and stuff like that. You know that it's going to be fighting games on this channel. So I'm going to keep on coming back to this channel if I see good content that I want to see.
Yeah.
Right?
Definitely.
Now, if it's a channel that doesn't do fighting games, it's a channel that does, what's the stupid game? The plants and the animals and the.
Oh, you're talking about plants. Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing. There we go. And you do Animal Crossing, and then you do like first-person shooters. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're one of those, I mean, you need to stick to something. You need to have a direction for your page, and you need to like do something else.
Well,
but it makes no sense.
It
makes no sense that it makes. I don't think. I seriously don't think Nintendo knows who's playing their games, and I really don't think Nintendo
cares who's playing their games as long as they're getting money from it.
Like, I don't think Nintendo knows like who's playing the games, and I don't think Nintendo knows who's buying. I don't think Nintendo. I think it's like you know how we say stuff like in America it'll be like, oh, Congress is a bunch of old white men that they're not hip with times and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's how Nintendo is. It's gotta be because like it's like, oh, this is just a kids console for kids, and the kids are gonna play it. So we don't want to have any of our games on any of these other channels that play all this like violent stuff. You know what I mean? Like I don't think they understand the world demographic. Oh, and they don't care.
I think.
I mean, that's obvious. That's obvious by the Wii U.
I don't think it's the fact that they don't know. I think that they don't care because they have their own.
If nobody bought Nintendo's,
they have their
Japan,
own guidelines for. They have their own guidelines. Well, that's another conversation about the whole Japanese thing.
I think that's what needs to happen. That's why I haven't bought a Nintendo system since 64. Or you know what I mean? Like. With my money, I didn't even want 64. To tell the truth,
I'm scrolling down this list.
It's like Nintendo's like, oh, you like our shit? You don't like our shit? Fuck it, we're still doing it.
Yeah.
And you're gonna buy it because we're fucking Nintendo.
Yeah.
The only way they're gonna like, what would happen if Nintendo didn't get any Western support? Because they clearly don't give a fuck about us. But if they didn't get any Western support, and it actually hurt. I mean, they got enough money to be okay. But would that make them change their views?
I doubt that seriously.
That's a deep question you're asking there.
Once again, I think we've had this Japanese company conversation before in one of the early episodes. I don't think they care for the most part. That it doesn't really matter to them. They feel like they're gonna survive regardless.
Anything.
I mean, the company's been around literally for over 100 years. It's been around since like the late 1800s.
And shit,
making like cards and stuff like that, and they've evolved into this. They feel like, we'll adapt and whatever.
I don't think they wanted to become this. I think they hate themselves.
Quite possibly. I mean, like right now, I'm looking at the list of titles and stuff like that, and these lists are barely like how many titles do you think are on the original NES?
Over probably 700, 600, 700.
They have a list that looks like it's about maybe 30 games. Of games that you're allowed to play on their system for NES. That's I'm talking about just for the original Nintendo Entertainment System.
That's ridiculous.
They only have like it looks like a list about 35 titles that you can actually play that they allow.
They don't even want you to play games we already talked about the whole mobile situation. If Nintendo went mobile, how much money they would make.
Yeah,
it's stupid. And Sega's doing it.
Yeah,
Nintendo's not doing it. Sega's doing it.
Well, Sega's a whole different situation altogether. Just with the fact that they kind of fell apart.
If Sega did the mobile game and it came back
and freaking just was like, "We're back, bitches."
Yeah.
With dubstep.
Yeah, just this entire list, N64 only has Super NES only has 15, if that. Same thing with Game Boy. Game Boy Advance has about 25. N64 has 7 games that
is GoldenEye on there?
No.
Oh wow!
Oh my God!
F-Zero,
Eternal Darkness,
F-Zero X, Excitebike 64, Super Mario 64, Mario Kart 64, Paper Mario, Yoshi's Story, and Sin and Punishment.
Okay, so if you have a game that wasn't a Nintendo, can Nintendo can have you not play a game even if the game wasn't a Nintendo first party game?
I think they're making it where if it's on a Nintendo, if it's played on a Nintendo system, you cannot play the game unless it's on this list. And all these games are actually
was on the list.
All these games are actually they're not third-party games. They're Nintendo games. So if it's on their system and it's not a game that they made, you cannot play it.
So you don't put GoldenEye on there. You don't put Eternal Darkness on there. You don't put Nintendo.
The games that sell the most, the games that have had in my opinion, one of the biggest impacts.
No
for
Zelda.
The system.
No Twilight Princess.
No, Twilight Princess was GameCube.
Okay.
That was N64.
I mean, that's what
No, Ocarina of Time.
Ocarina of Time. No Ocarina of Time.
No Ocarina of Time.
Listen to this as well. There's another agreement they had I found. It says if you have already submitted your channel for registration and it includes videos that contain game titles outside of
that we just said.
Yeah,
That's what we just said. Yeah,
that,
that we just said. Yeah.
Like I saw that, I was like, this is just
bullshit.
I can't get my head wrapped around.
It's bullshit.
I can't get my mind wrapped around this. Why?
Hey, but if
you would think that they want to expand with
Nintendo can put out a system and not give you a power cord.
Yeah, they really don't give a fuck.
They really don't give a fuck. It's like you don't have a power cord, make one.
Oh, you have to buy that again from us at blah blah blah.
You know what we're talking about? They put out another, I believe, 3DS, a smaller version.
Yeah.
And they didn't give you the power brick or anything like that.
Yeah,
Just
there was the I think it's called like the Ambassador Edition.
Yeah.
Does
like, you already bought this. You probably got one laying around the house somewhere.
Yeah, you got a system. Oh, you don't have one? Well, you got to buy that separately. It's like, no, you're supposed to sell it with it.
Have you ever bought a system that didn't have a power cord?
No.
It's
Welcome
like a
to
standard,
Nintendo.
like,
suck it.
Yeah, like Nintendo. Like, I'm trying to figure out who is the business guy who's making like thinking this is like. We'll cut corners and we'll save money this way. Like, no, this isn't how you save money. This is not how you effectively evolve as a company. You have to evolve to you have to evolve to basically what's around you, the environment that you're in and whatnot. If you want to survive as a company, if you don't want to survive, if you don't want to follow what's going around you, if you don't want to conform to some of the stuff like that, which you're going to have to conform on some things.
Nintendo.
If you don't want to conform with that, then you shouldn't be in the industry of business at all.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care what kind of company you run, even if you're a quote unquote morally right or whatever you want to call it.
In my personal opinion, Nintendo did not have to make another system after GameCube with the games that they made so far. They could have put all this shit on GameCube.
It's like, okay, this is another thing. Third-party support. If it's not a third-party game, or if it is a third-party game or a third-party developer who wants to make a game, like Nintendo doesn't want to deal with them. They will literally shoot themselves in the foot.
Yeah, leave money on the table. They don't care.
Just because they don't want to associate themselves with it's weird. They don't want to associate themselves to like the gaming world, really.
No, they don't.
Which is strange because they're like the daddy, the granddaddy of of modern day gaming.
They just don't care.
Like,
but they're stuck. It's like they're stuck in that decade. Nintendo was stuck in 1988.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And everything and they're like and then they're surprised. They're surprised when the policies and the shit that they do gets backlash. They're like, wait a minute. You didn't want internet that's only has 3 megabytes upload speed. Whoa, hold on, wait.
What's wrong with you guys? Like,
this is like the future.
Because I don't live in the 80s. I don't live in the 90s. I live in new millennia where like information has gotten a lot more abundant.
Nintendo
where
is
I
the
can
only
pick it up
company,
like any place.
Nintendo is the only company.
Speeds are faster.
Nintendo's the only company that's never taken a loss on a system. Building it.
Yeah. Well, mainly because it's the name Nintendo is just like
cheap.
Yeah. I can buy the system. It's gonna be cheaper than any other system. It's gonna be family friendly. Like there's gonna be like no games that are not family friendly for the system, and I don't have to worry about anything being too bad with it.
There's Nintendo games that I want to play too, but I just their policies make me just not want to.
It's sad because the systems are dependable. They're tough as fucking nails. The game, if they had better relationships with other third parties, like I was extremely surprised with Smash where they teamed up with Namco.
When you got Rayman not coming out, almost not coming out on the system it was planned to be on.
Yeah,
Rayman, which is the most, it's in the talks with all the family friendly games. You know, it's in there with Mario. It's in there with everything else. You know, and I don't know. I mean, we'll have to see what happens. But if you come to Wollie Mopped Gaming Podcast and you come to BCast YouTube page and you see we don't have any Smash up, you know why? Nintendo! Come! Yeah. All right, if you've made it to this part of the show, congratulations. You get a what does PlayStation call them? Achievement? No.
Trophy.
A trophy. You get a trophy.
Ding. Oh, there's this badunk.
Yeah.
It's like a badunk.
You know what I want my you know what I want my trophies or my achievements to sound like? When you get an extra man in Sonic, it goes do 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 do.
Yeah.
I want to be able to choose whatever I want. So sometimes I wanted to be like, you got the touch, dude. You got the power, and I'm like, yeah, I got me a trophy, guys.
We heard.
Yeah, and it's gonna play that every time. It's gonna play that every time I get a trophy.
So Tony P, you got any shout outs? Anything going on you want to shout out?
Most certainly do.
It's gonna be online forever. Make sure it's a good one.
Oh, it is. All right. I just want to shout out to my little one.
Ooh,
you know what I'm saying? My old lady been wanting him out for months, and I just kept telling her, like, you can't get him. You can't make him come out when he ain't ready.
Exactly.
You got patience, woman, patience. And every time she would complain about it, I always tell her, hey, don't blame me, blame Eve. I was like, if Eve wouldn't have ate from that forbidden fruit first, we'd be in that situation.
I don't know.
Because Eve ate from it first.
21-inch little baby is like, that's big. That is a big ass baby.
That's a big ass baby, bro.
That is a big ass baby.
I was 8 pounds 3 ounces when I was born.
I was a rounder baby.
My sister was the smallest out of the three of us. This guy here was the biggest.
Let me put it like this.
That doesn't surprise me.
Tony as a baby could have held me as a baby in his hands.
I just been that picture. Dad, son.
As his dad was holding him in one hand.
Who the hell are you?
Like I was 8 pounds 7 ounces when I was born, I believe. Like
I was 8 pounds.
but I was round. I wasn't tall. I was round, and I'm starting to become round again, which is cool.
8 pounds.
Well, that's all right though. Special shout out to a little
Pep,
little P.
Romeo. Born
Romeo the third.
Born February 4th at
2:40
p.m. Yeah.
Is it third?
Yeah, he's the third.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Born February 4th at 2:40 p.m. How ironic is that?
That's pretty ill.
That's pretty dope.
It's pretty cool. Being junior is not that cool, but being a third is pretty hot.
Being a junior is annoying.
Well, I'm the second, so I'm not really.
You are junior.
Yeah,
well, actually, you're not.
If you
I'm gonna tell you how that differs. Because when I was going to boot camp years ago, and I had to sign everything, I originally signed everything Anthony Bernard Chester Jr. I signed all the paperwork that I had to sign. They looked at it and said that I had to sign it all over again because I had to sign it how it says on my birth certificate,
which is
the second.
Yeah, I'm same thing. If I sign it, I've gotten used to signing stuff the second.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, like since then I signed everything second.
It's your junior, but Legally,
you're not
second,
junior.
so you have to.
So you signed that? You signed the birth certificate today?
Well, I mean, they didn't have the birth certificate for me to sign.
You know, I don't know how that works, so I gotta.
See, I don't know how. Hey, I'll put it like this. I'll give y'all heads up when that happens in due time, but I haven't gotten there yet either.
All right. Well, my shout out goes to Iron Galaxy, and they just put out on a Killer Instinct. Well, Microsoft, I guess. Well, Microsoft, is the owners of the Killer Instinct franchise with the Rare and everything. But Killer Instinct and Iron Galaxy guys have their own YouTube page, and they have this weekly segment called Combo Breaker. And then they go over some of the new stuff that's going on with the game. They go over the new stuff that's going on with the they give you some basics on how to combo break and some stuff to look at and stuff like that. So I want to give a shout out to them, and I also want to give a shout out to NetherRealm Studios. I lost my thing I was talking about there for their 2-hour stream. Actually, they did a whole bunch of Ermac and Kung Lao. They did a bunch of Let's Plays. They did a bunch of they showed off a bunch of their moves and new stuff and a couple of their styles and everything like that. And they did it for about an hour or 2 hours. So if you're on YouTube, listen to our page. Check out NetherRealm Studios. Check out the Combo Break if you're into that good old Killer Instinct, because it's pretty cool. And I'm gonna give a shout out to Lil Romeo. Romeo. Are we gonna loop in the third? Loop in the third.
Every time comes in, we
that's good every time. I just have it on my phone.
That's on my Hulu, and I watched that all night one time.
Fucking Loop on the Third is awesome.
It's amazing.
Loop on the Third is amazing. I love Loop on the Third.
All right, King Legacy.
Shout out to my new nephew. Whatever.
Don't you feel the love?
So enthusiastic.
He's so enthusiastic.
He said that like it was a funeral.
He said that like more attention I won't be getting.
No, the more little Rugrats I gotta watch.
Ooh, yeah.
Hey.
So for every kid that's in there, I'm gonna duct tape them to the wall. Put one in the closet.
Look, how many sister got? Sister got
2 with another one on the way.
Another one on the way?
She had another one on the way? I didn't even know that one.
Now you see my pain.
I remember she didn't have no kids.
It's funny.
I grew up with the girl,
It's funny how it's his pain.
No, I remember.
But yeah, it's still none of them are his kids.
I remember.
Think about that.
I remember when
you left on me.
Hey, I remember when Tony was like
children.
Yeah.
I remember when Tony was like.
No.
I remember when Tony was like, "Oh man, my sister, she pregnant, bruh." I was like, "Dang, bruh, for real? Now she on number 3."
Here's what's funny. He said that, before me, you gonna get a girl knocked up. I'm looking like,
Oh wait. Well,
it's good to be the champ. The king is dead. Long live the king.
Champions,
the king,
my friends.
Hey, the king is dead. Long live the king.
Long live the king.
He told me that, I was like,
nah, it's between you and us.
I was like, remember that day? He said I'm gonna get her pregnant.
Hey, I've outlasted all my friends getting married and pregnant. So I mean, hey.
I won't even say it yet.
I've made it all the way. I've made it all the way to the dirty 30. So you know what I mean. So.
But yeah, I'm glad to have another one in the world, so I can just. It's a boy now, so it's like I can teach you what I've learned.
Yeah, your sister got old girls.
Be like. You can just put him in like a little ring, like a little baby ring, and be like Peter Griffin, fight. I have everything and you have nothing.
So to put my little 1-year-old niece and my nephew in a ring together, fight.
Make it look like bucket helmets.
No. Like literally, as big as John is, he'll literally look like Shao Kahn. Just
sitting on a throne. Has his own he has his Shao Kahn helmet mask on.
Newspapers.
Puts it on.
Round 2. Fight.
Finish your
babyality.
So that's your shout out?
Yep.
Else?
Did nothing else besides school, and that's it.
Oh, well. I guess it's my turn. I want to first give a shout out to Lil P, give him a shout out.
Yeah.
My shout out though is not funny games. Actually, I'm still really bummed out and actually I'm in a state of mourning for this. Animator Monty Ohm of Dead Fantasy, Haloid, Red vs. Blue. He also did some of the animations for
Haloid was amazing.
For Afro Samurai, the game. Passed at the age of 33 this past weekend.
Wow.
From severe allergic reaction during a surgical procedure. That dude he's amazing.
Talented. Super talented.
Amazing. Like I've read.
He did Halo by himself.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
I read.
When Samus comes out, man.
I read a lot of stuff about the type of person that he was, about from his friends and by a lot of people who got a chance to meet him and stuff like that. I really wanted a chance to meet him and actually let him know, dude, a lot of his animation. I remember years ago when I first saw Haloid, that was his first video that I saw, and I looked up his other videos, the ones that don't actually really include any characters from anything else. He made a couple videos. They were basically fighting. They were fighting game motifs. It was really, really cool.
Because nobody made anything like that. Yeah, that's before. That's way before.
That's
2007-ish, 6 or no.
But I watched
First time I saw it.
I looked at all his stuff, and then for a while I kind of sort of fell off watching his stuff a little bit because he hadn't really released any new content for a while. And then I found out that he was working for Rooster Teeth, and I was like, "Oh my God, he's working for Rooster Teeth!" And I watched his episodes for Red vs. Blue that he did, and then last year I got into watching his latest series, which was Ruby. It's an anime-esque type 3D show. And I fell in love with it. It's a really good show, and the characters he made were really cool. And I started watching that, and I was like, it was helping me get through some of the rough times I've been going through lately. And last week he was they announced on the Rooster Teeth website and all of the big gaming media news feeds and stuff that he was in the hospital, and he
which
they
is
didn't really
crazy,
they
though.
really didn't explain what was going on.
I'm thinking it was because this is we just had Joan Rivers.
Yeah.
Allergic reaction to anesthesia. I don't know what the actual surgery was, but they put you under, whatever the case is. And the crazy thing about anesthesia is that we don't know why it knocks you out. It does what it does. We just know it works most of the time.
Yeah.
But it's crazy.
Then I was kind of no, he said they made it really seem it was really serious, and at the time I was like, this isn't cool, but wait it out, see what happens and stuff like that.
But like you said, now we got the his unfinished works now.
Yeah,
it's do you hand it off, or do you do now?
That bothers me a little bit, and I say this as a fan. My heart goes out to his family,
yeah.
All his really close friends and stuff like that, who actually had a chance to know him and spend time with him, stuff like that. And I know it's hard for them, and what I'm going through is nothing near what they're going through.
But it's
as a fan, it's just his unfinished works. He was an inspiration for a lot of stuff.
You want to honor it, but you don't want to fuck it up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I want to honor him by just getting better at my artwork. I've been the past year and a half, I've been doing nothing with art, and I want to get better with my art. I want to try to get better with doing animation and stuff like that. Actually, start animation, and I want to just get better.
Yeah.
And I mean, just because I see someone like him, I don't want to do it for fame. I don't want to do it for anything like that. Just having somebody create a world, and knowing that I want to create worlds and I want to do stuff like that.
It's crazy.
It's just, dude was amazing. That's all I can say is just dude was amazing. And
from Jump Street.
Yeah.
I mean the Halo and all that stuff, he made that basically for fun.
Yeah.
And got noticed, and then from there it was well, I know what I'm doing for the rest of life.
they were telling Eagle Raptor of Game Grumps fame, animator himself, talked about how good this dude was and how he would always put the time to make time to tell people like you can do and stuff like that. One of the things he said to Eagle Raptor, and I'm paraphrasing, was I don't make something. It doesn't matter if it's good or if it's bad or whatever. Just make something, even if it sucks. At least you made something.
That's what we do here at Wollie Mopped every week.
and I mean, stories about how he like popped off certain keys on his keyboard so he wouldn't make mistakes in the typing. Always working. And I mean, he was just an inspiration to people. And hearing this news, it's been like weighing on me for like the past 3 days, just like bothering me deeply. And I'm doing this because I enjoy it. I like doing all this stuff for the people who are watching, the people who are listening, people who come to the tournaments. It's great, and I hope that I can maybe like one day be some kind of inspiration for people and stuff out there like he was.
Motivation.
And just be as good at whatever, something like this man was. I mean, he's just an amazing guy, and
definitely.
Yeah, I just, like I said, my shout outs to him and to all the fans out there who are experiencing similar or even the same stuff as me. Just if you're in, no matter what it is you're doing, whether it be art, whatever, just move forward and do your best in his memory. I mean, just do whatever you do in his memory, and just continue making whatever, doing whatever. Just do the best that you can at it. And for the Rooster Teeth family, the the Ohm family, his wife Sheena.
He was married?
Yeah, he was married.
Of course he was married.
What a smooth ass dude, man. He was smooth. He was just awesome, dude. And to them, I just condolences from
all of us,
from the entire Wollie Mopped family. Just condolences, and
most def.
He'll definitely be missed. And
awesome shout out.
Man, we love you, man. We really do.
Yeah.
Well, not to end things on a sad note, but you know what I mean. You know, make sure everybody needs to a measuring stick. And this guy was his kid was really talented, man. Really talented.
If you haven't seen his stuff, definitely check out.
You've probably seen his stuff, not knowing that it was his stuff.
Check out some of his videos. Haloid is one of them. It's HALOID.
I would start there.
Yeah, OID. Yeah, start. That's his first big one. He has a whole bunch of other stuff. Monty Ohm, MONTYOUM. Check out his works. I mean, this dude started from basically doing all the stuff by himself to like making a show.
Yeah,
literally like making a show. Eagle Rap was talking about how he actually had the plan for his show Ruby like years ago, and he's like, I'm gonna do it, and Eagle Rap just like torn around with ideas. He's like, just do your ideas, and then that's the quote I said earlier. He's like, just do your ideas and stuff like that. And within like 2 years, he's making Ruby, and within 2 years he was on Rooster Teeth making Red vs. Blue videos and other animations, and doing Ruby. And basically putting his heart and his soul into all that.
He's gotta stay busy. Well, for me, Red K, Lone Wolf, King Legacy, Big Papa,
Yo,
Tony P.
I want to have a good ending.
Till next time, be good, man. Be safe. Keep practicing. We're gonna have a tournament on February the 15th, and we're gonna have some more big information coming out this month as well.
I thought you said the 21st.
This is the 21st.
No, it's got to be the 15th because I can't do it the 21st.
Well, we're gonna have a tournament.
We're having a tournament within the next few weeks.
Yeah, there we go.
We have not worked out every little kid yet.
Still pending amongst ourselves.
Yeah.
Oh wait, one more shout out. MK's Collector's Edition is gorgeous.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have a mini mop about that.
Yeah, mini mop. Yeah.
So it's good. You can do your shout out. Anyway.
All right, we out. If you didn't know, Tony P had sex 9 months ago, ladies and gentlemen, and we like to
Wait,
honor.
Time. I'm sorry. The Xbox picks up sex out of all that. Tony P has sex things like.
You don't know what I do with my Xbox when you're not here.
Gross. I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know.
Let me be in
But Tony P had sex 9 months ago to this day. He was getting it on, balls deep, and we like to celebrate.
So his quality need a replacement.
We're talking about balls. We're talking about balls.
And we like to congratulate you
in a hog
on not pulling out, sir. We have to say for yourself. I mean, anything? Words of encouragement?
I mean, I appreciate the congratulatory toast, even though it was a little bit skewed.
That's what she said.
Hey, hold that down. But
actually, none of it was skewed because he's here. So.
Dang. But truth be told, though, you know what I'm saying.
But good shit for fucking getting a boy out on the first try.
Now that I will say thank you, sir. You know what I'm saying. I'm truly happy that
we got a friend who got about 3-4 girls, don't he? Chad.
Oh yeah. Chad, if you're listening out there, dog. Yep, look, my little boy done dropped. So sorry you had 3 girls. You know, hopefully if you even have another child, you know what I'm saying, it be a boy. If not, you know what I'm saying,
Like,
I don't know what to tell you, dog.
Do you try again? Continue?
I feel bad for your baby mama.
Why you say that?
I mean, no offense, Tony, but look, you what, 6'5", 4",
6'4",
something like that. She just had your baby.
Now,
the baby was 3 feet when it came out. Tony,
now watch this. In her defense, I will say this.
Baby came out walking.
It definitely was the biggest baby that she's had.
Well, no shit.
You know.
Hey, Chad, grab my legs.
He was 7 pounds.
We got a foot. That's it. A foot so far.
Yo,
the other
kid.
Y'all niggas gonna let me tell this story or not?
5 hours later.
Nah, go ahead.
Hey, y'all fools gonna let me finish this?
Let's get it.
All right. You know, he was 7 pounds, 13 ounces, 21 inches long. Now, this is the ironic thing out of all that.
Yeah.
All right.
Besides being 21 inches long.
Yeah. Aside from that, trust me. When I say it, you'll understand it. All right. Today's February the 4th.
He's an Aquarius.
I'm saying 2/4. He was born at 2:40 p.m.
Oh,
Nigga knew what time it was.
That's crazy.
Exactly.
He knew what time it was.
For real.
2-4.
At 2:40.
Exactly.
We got to look up in the what you call the book and see what your son gonna be like. We're gonna have to bring out the zodiac.
Yeah, we're gonna have to bring that out later.
Yeah. So check it out. Some crazy shit. Speaking of, well, I have actually no segue to this from baby.
It's just like, baby, now to talk about.
Well, I guess I can't segue. Speaking of life,
Okay.
let's talk about death for a minute.
I mean, they
go hand in hand.
Yeah, they do go hand in hand. Like, without death, there's no life. Without life, there's no death.
And somebody who didn't really kill a lot of things, but ex-Power Ranger.
Oh, I heard about
Ricardo Medina.
I heard about
He was the Red Ranger, and I've always been a Red Ranger fan.
He was the Red Ranger in Samurai. Samurai.
Yeah.
How fitting that he was the Red Ranger in Samurai. Because he just killed somebody with a samurai sword. So anyways,
right? When living out your life, when living out your TV show in real life goes wrong.
Really.
When keeping it too real.
Exactly.
Then you go like, go! And like, just bow. And just...
So the story
I wonder if he actually turned into a Power Ranger when he did that. I'm just saying.
It's more for some. Yeah.
Samurai Squad! It's
Slash.
like, shing!
But there was no explosions, just like blood.
Yeah.
So, actor Ricardo Medina, who was the Red Ranger, actually played a bad character, came back on the show and played a bad character too. Got into altercation with his flatmate, lives in California, and apparently they got in a fight in the kitchen. Medina ran to the room. His roommate Joshua Sutter ran after him and he tried to close the door so he wouldn't get in or something. I guess Medina was getting his ass beat, and
prison bitch.
And Joshua kind of kicked down the door.
Damn.
That's what the report says. We don't know if it's true or not. Of course, the person who could answer that is not here. And in defense, Medina grabbed his samurai sword off the wall or whatever and forward thrust into Joshua and killed him.
Oh.
Like he called 911 right away, and his roommate died at the hospital. Or before he even got there. Yeah.
DOA.
It's crazy, right? Of course, Medina was put in jail, but he's out of jail right now and was not charged with anything.
Shocking.
They're saying that it's self-defense. Now, I don't know if the roommate was black or not.
It had to be a short case.
But I don't know. Because if I lived with a nigga that had swords all on the wall and shit, I probably wouldn't fuck with him like that. At least not in his room.
Like, well, there's just a point, like, someone's got a weapon on them. I mean, what was it last year that the dude stabbed the guy with the master sword? Like, there's, like, there's just a certain point where it's like, I got you. Oh shit! Stop. You got a sword. Like, I was just beating your ass with my hands and feet. I wasn't like stabbing you or nothing like that.
Like, you know how we be kidding and playing around, bro.
Bitch, nigga.
Like, when it comes to like stuff like, because they're saying it's self-defense.
Yep.
Like,
how do you tell that to the? I mean, it's your roommate, so you know their family.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, how do you explain that? How do you explain that when they
like, you know your brother.
Yeah, like literally, like keeper. Your brother was crazy. He tried to kill me, so you know.
But the real story is that he was getting raped.
Prison bitch.
He lured him into the room with promises of ass.
You lied to me! Starts beating him across the house.
Just naked, like on all fours, like waiting for him to come in, and then all of a sudden,
this just went dark so quick.
Yeah.
This went uber dark so quick.
We at Wollie Mopped, our disclaimer, Wollie Mopped. We at Wollie Mopped do not condone any type of domestic abuse, beating,
even if it's man on man.
Wait,
man on man. Like we joke, we're joking about it, but it can be serious.
I mean, I'm not saying sorry, but I got in trouble. This week for that too. I was having a discussion with somebody, and I think all of us here are pretty. I don't want to say pro-gay, but gay and lesbian just really don't bother us at all. We don't care.
Do your thing,
I mean, you love who you want to love, right?
Yeah, live your life.
Yeah,
let's say live your life.
And
more power to you.
Yeah, but I kind of drew my foot in the sand, and I was like, I can't really get down with cross-gender. I can't really get down with it. Excuse me.
Like I
don't support it.
Feeling like you're another gender or what? Like
no, like going through
transsexual surgery.
No,
like
I mean, like if you want to
basically the whole Bruce Jenner joint.
Yeah,
the Bruce Jenner.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Like reassigning gender, I was like, of course you can do whatever you want to. I mean, there's no laws against it. I was like, but if there's some kind of vote, I probably wouldn't vote for it. Like, I just think it's, and I'm gonna tell you why. Imagine if you, a young strapping lad, were to get in a relationship, Olympian swimmer. What's his name? We talked about
Bruce Jenner.
Not Bruce Jenner.
Michael Phelps.
Michael Phelps, like
swimmer.
Yeah, swimmer. I just heard Olympian and my mind just took off.
Like
fell in love with this girl, right? You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, like, you know, maybe a weekend or something like that. Maybe she's like, well, you know, I was actually born a man. I didn't want to tell you because I didn't want to. Your whole life is fucked up at that point.
Very much so.
It'll change things. It'll change things.
Yes.
It would change everything for me.
Hell yeah. Because at the end of the day,
it's like if that person, which I'll go with, I'll play the opposite side of this. The feeling that you're not. Like, let's say you're a woman trapped in a man's body, or vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
Do you just accept the fact, oh well, I'm a dude, and just go with it, or oh, I'm a woman, and just go with that, or do you take the opportunity, like, I want to explore what it would be like to be?
But isn't that what like isn't that what like all the drag queening and all the?
It's one thing. It's one thing to dress up like a woman, I believe, and I say I don't know this from experience. Or anything like that. I'm just kind of like I'm just shooting this out. I think it's one thing to dress like. I can go around and dress up as a woman. Like anybody can do that.
I hope you don't.
I hope
none of y'all.
I do not look sexy. I do have some boobies, but I don't look sexy.
You could fit for the Russian magazine though.
Yo, Will would probably get mad playing Russia though.
Right?
Damn.
Because because Will is very natural, you know, like on some manly shit, you know what I'm saying?
Natural ain't the word, nigga.
Shit.
Natural ain't the word.
I don't believe in that whole shaving bullshit.
Yeah,
Just do your
like
thing.
like Vladimir Putin, like that. He would. Anyways, back to what you're saying. Though.
Anyways, like dressing up, like it's different from like dressing up. Because that's kind of like having I guess you say a costume or whatever. Like that.
Yeah.
When you do something as big as gender reassigning.
Yeah, man.
It's like you're literally saying like, this is who I am. I guess I am actually like spend your entire life being a man that is a man trapped in a woman's body or vice versa and stuff like that. I think it's got to be difficult. It has to be difficult.
I mean,
because it's just like, well, I feel this way, and it's not the fact that like I'm quote unquote gay or whatever like that. Like literally, most of the people that have or vice versa. You know?
Most people that change their gender, they stay liking that gender. Like if you're a man and you feel like you're a woman in a man's body, most of the people that get the sex change end up still liking women. They just feel like they're a man, but that feels like it's counterproductive to me.
We'll never
No, but the thing that my biggest issue with it, I guess, is it feels like it's just a lie. I guess they're feeling like it's a lie who they are, but like I just have a hard time believing that nature got it wrong. You know, like if you love who you want to love, but I just feel like you are what you were born to be.
Okay, you say like you can't believe that nature's wrong. What about like birth defects or genetic like?
And that's horrible.
And
that stuff is horrible. And I'm saying like the fact that I mean I would love every kid to be like to be what they were, but I'm saying like if you're born pretty well and and you're a certain gender, I mean I don't think your gender should decide who you love, but what you were born as is kind of what you are. I mean, like it's just taken it to the extreme, and I mean maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm because the person who did not feel the same way as me really let me have it, and maybe I'm an asshole, but I just can't get behind it. I can't support it.
Well, I think that
it's not me. It's not mine to support. You know what I'm saying? But it's just it's because this is the thing. It's going to become, and it's coming up very soon, where this is going to be a regular thing. And like you're going to see more than because the surgery is getting cheaper. You're going to see a lot of people crossing up, like men going to be women, women men, and they're going to be doing it more often. To the fact where we joke about how, man, I need to see baby pictures from when you were younger, but you're really going to see baby pictures from when they were younger.
I think I cannot say that. Oh well, you're an asshole because you believe what you believe. Whatever. I mean, that's what you are. It's just I think experiencing it might be different than like, oh, we're just fucking four guys.
I mean, yeah, definitely
about the shit. Like if that's what you do, that's what you do. But I don't think experiencing it is the same thing. Like if we go through it, it's got to be different. It's literally got to be different.
I don't know. Like I said, I've never wanted to be a woman, so I guess I can't understand it.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, besides my rationalizing of it, it's legal. You can get titty surgery, you can get dick surgery, you can reassign your shit, you can do whatever you want to. Cosmetic surgery is basically what it is. You can, I mean, it takes it one step further with the hormones and everything like that. Like you actually become a woman, which is, like I read.
There's a lot of paperwork and a lot of red tape you got to go through.
The lady that's the Orange is the New Black, the black lady. The black woman that used to be a black man that's on Orange is the New Black.
I have not seen Orange is the New Black.
Well, there's a character on there that's in the women's jail because she technically is a woman, but she's transgender.
Yeah, I heard that story.
Wrote an article or is writing a book about how hard it is to be a black woman. I'm I don't know. I just have feelings. I'm like but you know how it is to be a black woman and a black man. Like why are you complaining about being a black woman when you're a woman?
Group it all together. It's hard to be a black person.
You know, I'm saying like she's complaining about being a black woman, but he did the surgery to be a black woman. So I don't get why. Anyways, I don't understand it.
Sometimes people just have to have things to complain about. Okay.
Yeah, that's good. What it is. But let's hope that Tony's boy stays a boy his whole life.
Oh God!
You did all that shit and brought that fucking shit full circle like that. Back. God damn it!
That's damn
I'm sitting here like,
you hope for to come back, like.
And his kid like says, I sat there. I'm just like, did this motherfucker just bring this shit all the way back?
It's a boomerang. He was doing what he was doing. He's like, I'm gonna throw it away till they don't know it yet. I'm like, okay. I'm just sitting here like. Thinking about dark thoughts. I'm not gonna go there with that. Just wait for y'all to finish, and I'm like, oh, now there's a gist of it. There's the main plot to it. Circle that twice.
Hey, the Son of War.
Son of War.
3 cheers.
Damn, he's got a
hip hip.
Hooray.
Hip hip.
Hooray.
Kill.
No hips. Hooray.